This person is crying for your attention. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, this person is crying for your attention. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, you still won't get me the look. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say you still won't get me the look. Now, here's the thing, y'all. Some people are willing to go to hell and back just for your attention, only not to want nothing. All right. Some people are willing to buy gifts. They're willing to have people to reach out to you. They'll even stalk your social media page, pull up to your job. They'll do all type of things just to get your attention. Now, here's the thing, y'all. Some people don't like you, can't stand you, and want to see your guts rot. All right. But they want your attention. And it's simply because they want not only your lifestyle, but they want your validation. Yeah, they want you to say good job. They want you to say, I'm proud of you. They want you to help them out or give them a lift up, only so they can look down on you. You follow what I'm saying? They are crying for your attention, but y'all can guess what I'm about to say. Don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. This is the person who's crying for a record deal, right? Only to snake the executive, only to snake the record company. Like, you cry for this record deal only for us to give you enough food or enough power, enough money to disrespect us, eat us, all right, harm us. We are getting you big enough to annihilate us. You follow what I'm saying? So the point is, y'all, is although they are crying for your attention, it's only a manipulation tactic. It's only a gaslighting tactic. It don't matter how much they cry for you, call you, text you. I promise you, they're going to let you down the moment you give them your attention. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? I know somebody going through this. If you're going through this on your job, drop in the comments and let me know. If you're going through this within your family, drop in the comments and let me know. Like, y'all know that person who keep reaching out to you, but they don't want anything. And every time you reach back out to them or give them the time of the day, they always have some type of upset or some type of, what we call it, y'all, some type of bargain or some type of proposition. But it's always leading back to them with their selfish intent. You follow what I'm saying? Drop in the comments if y'all been there or if y'all going through this right now. But anyway, y'all, we're going to speak about this within this Banger family. Second video of today. Yes, y'all, we are right here on the Reno Speaks Life channel, but y'all can be sure to go over to the Reno Speaks Riches channel for Christian rap content, of course, and more content like this, all right? But anyway, y'all, let's get right into this. Leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get right into this, y'all. Number one, here's the first reason why this person is crying out for your attention. They're doing anything for a response. I'm going to just tell y'all straight up and down. They're doing anything for a response. So right now, they are in a desperate position. Right now, they are looking for you to say, hey, dog. All right. They're looking for anything. The reason why I say don't give it to them, y'all, because they're only going to waste your time. That's their only intention. Their intention is to waste your time. Ladies, I'm going to speak to y'all today. Let's just say a man who looks like he's the best. Okay, I'm talking about all the way around. The best financially, the best looks wise. He's attractive to you. The best in terms of intellectual compatibility. You know, he's the best in bed. All right. And I make that last because it's like, who's not good in bed, right? Even if they're not, maybe they're bigging themselves up a little too much, right? But anyway, you may think he's the best in bed. You may think that he's the best when it comes to understanding you. You may think that he's the best when it comes to a lot of other things, right? However, the moment you give him this opportunity, the moment you give him the time of the day, the moment you give him, your number, whatever the case is, don't it seem like, and I'm not saying this is all, but don't it seem like the man who wants you oh so bad is the one who wastes your time the most? Yeah, I know. See, you gave him an opportunity because he presented himself in a way of like he's ready. he's ready for commitment. He's ready to settle down. He's ready to be a man and lead. He's ready to provide, right? And I'm not saying provide in terms of take advantage of him, because I do believe that women should bring something to the table. Maybe it's not financially, but you got to bring some things to the table, okay? However, he's not presenting himself as the leader you thought that he was. He straight up wasted your time, right? Or maybe it's the job who offers an opportunity and so many people are applying for the job. And as soon as they choose that one person who begged for the job, hey, I'm calling on my application, the one who keep following up the whole nine, as soon as they get inside the building, they don't want to go to work. Reno, what are you saying right now? You cry for my attention only to waste my time. And that's what I'm saying, y'all. They're doing anything for a response. They just want that validation. They just want to be able to say, I got them to look my way. They just want to be able to say, I got the job. They just want to be able to say, I got them to give me something that they did not give you or anybody else. And that's time and energy. You follow what I'm saying? So understand that, y'all, this is why that person is crying for your attention. Number 2, crocodile tears and playing the victim, okay? Crocodile tears and playing the victim. So when a person is crying for your attention, these are things that they're going to do, all right? They're going to have these fake tears and they're going to play victim. You ever seen somebody who beat somebody up and they were the aggressor and they had no reason to beat that person up, and as soon as the laws come, or as soon as the teacher arrive, as soon as the authority come, now they're playing victim, and all of a sudden, yeah, I beat this person up, but I had to defend myself. I'm not saying that there's not cases where you actually have to defend yourself. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, these are crocodile tears, man. These are crocodile tears, lady. You're not really crying and you're only playing the victim, okay? Or maybe it's the individual who kept throwing rocks and hiding their hand, all right? So, for instance, if you got a table and let's just say y'all are underneath the table, right? And somebody just keep kicking your leg, kicking your leg, kicking your leg. And all of a sudden you like, hey man, stop kicking my leg. But it was a quiet building and nobody seen when they was kicking your leg. So who looks like the problem? You. This is the things that a person these are the things that the person who's playing victim and are shedding crocodile tears do. This is what they do, y'all. All right. So this particular person is crying for your attention, but these are only crocodile tears. You're not really crying for me. You're not really crying because you hurt me. You're not really crying because you want me. No, you're crying and playing victim because you want the attention that comes with it. It's all fake. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. It's all fake. Number 3, y'all, it's going to be this right here. One-up syndrome. Okay, one-up syndrome. So here's the thing, y'all. It's more so of an outshine tactic, right? So when a person is crying for your attention, oftentimes they're trying to one-up everything that you do. So have you ever told a person like what you was going through? Maybe you have dad issues, mom issues, family problems, relationship issues, and every time you tell them about your problems or your issues, they always got to one-up your story, right? You like, hey, man, my dad, man, we ain't seeing eye to eye, right? And then here they go. Oh, man, you better be glad you got your dad because, man, my mom, we ain't seeing eye to eye, and my uncle and my brother, man. So it's like you got to just one-up my story. Why can't you just be like, hey, man, I'm sorry about that, bro. Hey, I hope all things get better. I hope all is well, bro. And then maybe you can share your story as a conjunction or as a correlation, but you just automatically disregard my story and get right into yours. One-up syndrome. You crying for my attention. Or maybe it's the individual, who see how well you dress, see the things that you have, and when you walk into the building, see the attention that you get from others. So guess what? Maybe they steal your entire swag. Maybe they start adding on more perfume or more cologne. Maybe they start doing a little bit more to get the same type of attention that you get. One-up syndrome. You got to take the outfit, not only that I'm wearing, but even add things to it because you're trying to outshine me. One-up syndrome. This is what they do, y'all, because they are crying for your attention. They're really like big babies. Yeah. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. You a big baby. That's really what they are, y'all. They want daddy to give them a smack on the butt. They want mama to tell them it's going to be okay and pat them on the back. That's what they want, y'all. They are crying for your attention. Number 4, it's going to be this right here, y'all. Subtle sabotage, all right? Subtle sabotage. The reason why I say subtle sabotage is because they ain't just going to go all the way in on making your life a living hell, right? Let me say that once again, y'all. I say subtle sabotage because they not just going to go all the way in on making your life a living hell. That's not what they specialize in. They say just enough so it can get right back to you. So you can then come to them and say, hey, did you say this about me? So you can approach them, and that makes them feel so good that they got you to say something. You know, y'all, that's why I believe a lot of people speak bad about celebrities. You know why? Because they really just want the attention of that celebrity. That celebrity probably did some BS for real. Or maybe it was just a little bit, right? To where it's like, do they have room to be human? However, what happened was, y'all, is that a person want that attention specifically and especially from the person that they admire and cherish so much. How can you admire and cherish but also hate a person at the same time? I could tell you how, family. It's because they have this jealousy bone in their body for you, right? Which means they hate you somewhat, but they also love you. That's all jealousy is love and hate at the same time. So it causes them to subtly sabotage you because they still want to get that attention from you, but they want to throw dirt on your name and sabotage your reputation in front of others. So you can have no choice but to go to them and say, hey, I heard such and such, such and such. And all they're going to do is manipulate and gaslight you. That's it. Number 5, y'all, it's going to be this right here, family. Last thing, excessive and intrusive questions, all right? Excessive and intrusive questions. So this right here is another sign of them crying for your attention. Family, when it comes to a person or individuals wanting your attention, they're going to ask you questions that may be intrusive, all right, and excessive questions. So have y'all ever seen, like on podcasts, because y'all know we are in a podcast community, a podcast society, a podcast world. Everybody got the podcast, okay? Even old legendary rappers got podcasts now. So this is a huge thing. But anyway, on these podcasts, you can tend to see that some people will be asked questions at a high intrusive level. Like, why do you want to know what happened to my grandmoms? Like, why do you want to know about personal business with my kids? Why do you want to know what I did last year in my private time or my personal time, on my birthday? Like, why do you want to know who I slept with? You follow what I'm saying? And I get it. Maybe it's Hollywood, but I do believe that that's another form of a person wanting attention, right? You're asking me so many questions. I believe that when you ask questions about something so much, either you want to learn about it, you want to become it, right? Or you're just intrigued with it in some way, shape, form, or fashion. This can be good or this can be bad, depending on the intentions. But sticking to the point, y'all, when people are crying for your attention, they're going to ask you excessive questions. They're going to ask you intrusive questions, things that, break past your barriers and break past your boundaries. All right. They're going to push the limits because they're hoping for a reaction. That's another thing, y'all. When people are asking you these intrusive questions and these excessive questions, it is because of the reaction that they hope that they get from you. Family, don't allow them to trick you. Somebody drop in the comments and say, you won't trick me. All right. This right here is a major thing. But family, this person is crying for your attention. I just gave you all the signs and the reasons. We're going to do a recap and then we'll get up out of here. Number 1, y'all, they're doing anything for a response. They are desperate right now. Number 2, crocodile tears and playing the victim. Listen, y'all, everything that they've said, they truly do not mean, and the tears that they are shedding in front of you are fake tears. It's crocodile tears, right? Number 3, y'all, one-up syndrome. This is an outshine tactic, period. Number 4, subtle sabotage. They do just enough. They say just enough. So it doesn't completely ruin the relationship, but just enough for you to go to them and approach them. That's all they wanted. That was the fuel they needed. And number 5, y'all, excessive and intrusive questions. They ask you questions that are purposely offensive or purposely extending the boundaries. You follow what I'm saying? So don't fall for it, y'all. Don't be tricked, family. But with that being said, y'all already know how we do. Y'all be sure to go over to the richmentalityattire.com website. Get you a Yes Sir t-shirt. Book you a one-on-one session with your boy. Get you a Yes Sir hoodie. And you can check out any one of my books. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.